I was so frustrated when my evaluation finished and I found out that I failed the 10th grade. And I was like, I'm really annoyed by this. And so I decided right then and there, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to redo the 10th grade. I'm not going to just be satisfied with my next evaluation being like, okay, you passed the 10th grade, good job. I said, I'm going to do the 10th grade and get caught up in the 11th grade in 1 year so that I'll still be on pace with everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wasn't willing to let it just be
Now I'm
that
still
way.
in 10th grade.
Yeah. So I got so like committed. And so I dove into my math books and I did all of it.
I want to ask, because that's like my ultimate fear in like growing up. I was like, what if I get held back? What if I get held back?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what did that mean to you? And how did she tell you you didn't pass? Like, was it like...
It was more of like, hey, look, you know, you needed to do this much work and it's like, you didn't even try, right? Like, I'm sorry, but I can't in good conscience let you pass the grade when you didn't do hardly anything. You know, like it was accountability, right, for me. And she said, I can't. And I can't in good conscience pass you when I'm looking at the work that you did this year and it's not enough to say that you are worthy to pass to the next grade.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a serious conversation.
So it wasn't like, I cannot believe you.
Nope.
You have failed,
There was-
failed. That's like what I imagine in my brain.
There was no emotion. It was just very matter of fact, like, I'm sorry, this is how it has to be.
Yeah.
And I was just like, in my mind, I was like, no.
I'm devastated.
And in all reality, like, I knew it was my fault.
Yeah.
And my mom didn't take accountability for me because at this point, like literally throughout my entire high school experience, because I was homeschooled, my mom didn't teach me anything. It was all on me. I read the math books. I learned the math lessons. Every now and then I might have a question, be like, hey mom, I can't figure this out. I'm really, really struggling. And so I'd show her the lesson. She'd read through it with me, try to understand it herself, because she was probably learning it a second time. You know, it'd been who knows how long. And then she would try to be like, okay, I think I understand it. Is this the right way? And then we'd figure it out together.
Yeah.
But
Can you imagine having the internet now?
Oh, yeah. I didn't
That
think
would
of
be
that.
so different.
But like my spelling book, like I would do all the practice. My mom would just quiz me. And language, I would read the lessons of language and I would do it. And I read a lot. So I knew grammar pretty well and punctuation. And I read the history books and I might have to write a report. But it was like very hands off for my mom because I was kind of on autopilot. You know, I didn't need anybody to micromanage me. I knew how to look at a book and say, okay, there's 150 lessons in this book, which means I need to do 2 lessons a week or 3 lessons a week to be able to finish by the end of the year.
Math, blah, blah, blah. You love doing math problems in your head.
I actually do.
He really does. He does it for fun when he's bored. Math problems in his head.
Corbin does too, though.
Corbin does too.
Sometimes-
I am not.
Sometimes I'll
made
just be
from the
sitting
same
around and
cloth as
Corbin
you.
will walk up and be like, hey, Dad, I know what 1 + 2 + 3 + 4 + 5 + 6 + 7 is. And I'm like, what? And then he'll tell me. I don't even know what it is. And I'm like, okay, good job. But that tells me that like he's been sitting there just thinking about it and doing math in his head for fun.
Yeah. Oh, what was it? The other one, the other day, he's like, there's 7. Okay, I think there's exactly 4 weeks in a month. Because 7, 4 times is 28. And I know that some months have 28 days.
Yeah.
And he was just like, that means if my calculations are correct.
He didn't say that. But he did say all that.
Yeah.
He's just like me. He just does math
And Michael
problems
looked at
for
me and he's
fun.
like, he does math problems in his head for fun. And I was
That's
like,
not boy.
good for him. Just kidding. No, I think that's great.
Yeah. I'm excited. Honestly, like, I can't wait till he's at the point where he can start Saxon because
Oh,
I think
yeah.
he's really going to love
He's
it.
close, I think.
What's cool about it, like, I feel like it teaches you how to figure out math, like how to really enjoy math just doing the books. So I'm proud to say that I accomplished my goal and I completed the 10th grade and 11th grade in 1 year.
That's amazing.
To the point where...
Which I actually think every kid could do that.
Oh, totally.
Because when you're going to
Dude.
public school, you get kind of slowed down by all the other people. If you're like ahead of them, it doesn't really matter because you have to wait for the teacher to catch all the other kids up.
I firmly believe that all of the education that kids get from 1st to 12th grade could be crammed into a couple years.